What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. I want to thank my sponsor, Steel Supplements. Link and discount code down in the description. You also know I'm a Weeble preferred influencer. Best promotion in the pinned comment. All you need to do, click the link, open an account, agree to the terms and conditions. They are going to give you free stock. I've been openly criticizing Maximum Football for the way they're handling the game release. Obviously, they brought in Mike, had plays of the week a couple months ago, and then now they're sitting here and tell us the game is not even going to be ready or releasing till 2024. They put out some gameplay yesterday. I wanted to go back and assess what they showed us because there's some really good things in this, but there's also some really bad things in this. And I guess really, like most things in this community, is going to come down to, are you glass half empty or glass half full? But I will say, at least to me, the line logic is easier to fix historically in games than kind of open field logic in AI. So David Winter did a great job programming this game, and you can see so much of what he did in this footage. But the line play has been an issue for every football game. I want you to look at this lineman right here, because you can't have these things happen, right? This lineman needs to drop back. He needs to look for a double team. He needs to stand his ground, not spin around in a circle. And so often we see games doing this, where the person that he's supposed to be protecting, he's staring at. Now, as the quarterback rolls out, I want you to pay very close attention to that defender, the safety, and how he reacts once the zone coverage drops off the wide receiver, because this is absolutely beautiful. He should turn his back the other way and open his hips in reverse, but he literally runs over to cover him. Now, this lineman here can never do this, which is run across the face of the quarterback. That's really bad. But the throw, and I'll zoom in so you can see it, the subsequent catch, they look great. Now, I actually even like the fact the defender comes in a little late and kind of misses his mark. You see some balance held by the receiver and then goes in for a touchdown. So yeah, there's a lot of things there from the line that have to be addressed immediately. I don't need linemen spinning around. I don't need linemen running out into the quarterback. I just showed in Madden kind of that same non-logic of players running into each other for the same team. But set all that aside. Secondary logic, which is really hard to program, you've got some really, really good things there as far as a safety that knows when a receiver loses containment, you have to sell out and go protect. And then also, not really any special moves, just poor pursuit down to the ball carrier leads to kind of a misposition of a tackle. Player keeps his balance and runs into the end zone. That looks like pretty good effort of simulating football in the open field. We just kind of need those trench wars to be cleared up a little bit, and obviously see a lot more consistency in the play. If they're going to release a game in this state, I can see why holding it off was a good idea, but they now have the task of not releasing it in this state. So it's a catch-22, in my opinion, when you look at what Madden has done as far as coming out, making promises, making commitments, and then not holding to them, putting out footage that people will say, this is the beta, this is the alpha, this is an unpatched day one game. When you put out poor gameplay, when you put out gameplay that isn't the standard of what the community expects, then inadvertently, you're also setting the standard of going out and fixing it. And I think that's what now we have to see for Maximum Football. This is going to be the second delay in this title, and a lot of gaming companies don't get a second delay chance. I would say almost no gaming companies get a third delay chance. So you pushed back your initial date of offer, which is fine. It's a free game. You didn't owe anyone anything. No one was paying you for pre-orders, but you had to deal with the community's disappointment in pushing back that date. Then you pushed it back again. So now we're starting to ask ourselves, is this company actually able to properly lay out a timetable to release a game, maintain a game, update a game, and work forward? There's still faith the customer must have, even if the game is free. There's still trust I must have with you, even if you're giving me something that is free. To use another analogy, if we're at a restaurant and somebody gives you a free hamburger, it doesn't mean that you're automatically going to eat it because it's a free hamburger. It still has to look appetizing. You're not going to eat the free hamburger out of the trash out of the floor, the one that was left there from the customer prior, you're still going to need to trust the person serving it to you or the company it's coming from to provide you something of quality. So free doesn't excuse poor quality. I know a lot of people in the last video I did about this were kind of using that talking point of, well, this isn't a big deal because it's a free game. Why do you care it's free? Well, I understand that some of us have that logic when we compare this to Madden, because justifiably, you can't compare a free game to Madden. It's totally different concepts, but you're still, as a customer, interacting with the company in very much the same way. The same way if you download something for free on your phone, per se, and you learn that it's riddled with microtransactions or gives you a virus, anything along those lines, you're no longer going to trust that company to download anything else. And I'm not putting Modus in that same position. I'm just saying that's the standard of a customer and a business relationship. So now that you've put out gameplay that shows issues, now that you're giving myself, other people in the community the ability to critique this, and you've also taken away a key piece in us communicating with you by getting rid of your social media manager, that puts you in a unique basket. Because now, as I said, you went from plays of the week, and it boggles my mind to even say this. We were seeing plays of the week from a company that now says the game won't release till 2024. So you were going to do another, 6 months of plays of the week? You were going to throw another 30 plus plays of the week out before we even saw a game? Who signed off on that? Who thought that was a good idea? Because the more we saw these plays of the week, the more we thought, hey, the game is really close. And now that we see the game, I mean, to be fair, I would say it looks close, but it certainly isn't ready to be released with linemen running into the quarterback and linemen spinning around trying to protect them. But at the same point, a lot of the good things that they kind of stumbled into from David Winter just being an incredible programmer, a lot of the logic in this game that maybe always didn't look as good as it could have because the graphics held it back, you get to see them there. I mean, David's defensive logic in this game was incredible. Players are actually very smart in this game, and I think that's what I look forward to the most, is a company getting their hands on this project, breathing new life into the graphics, surroundings, world, audio, visual qualities, and letting more people see, play, and experience it, because I firmly believe at its core, from an X's and O standpoint, it's a very good football game. Yes, it needs refinement. Yes, it needs work. Yes, it needed new animations, but it's in a position now to get all those things, and apparently they're just saying that they need more time to get them in. So get them in, communicate to us, show us some gameplay, show us some fixes, keep us updated, don't go radio silent for a month and a half. And we've proven over the years we're a very patient community. We'll work with you, we'll help you, we'll trust you. But if you continue to almost deceive us in your timelines, then we're very much not going to support your product. You can go back and look at IMV Gaming and see exactly how things work out when we lose faith and trust in a company because the company doesn't want to put out proper information. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you watching this video. You know I will be back in the week with more content.